You did not get here alone. Think about that for a moment. Every close call that turned out fine, every door that closed and led you, eventually, reluctantly, somewhere better. Every moment you were certain you had lost something only to discover later it was clearing the path for something truer. That was not coincidence. There is a force, call it what resonates with you, God, the universe, divine intelligence, your higher self, something that knows the full picture when you can only see the frame you are standing in, and that force has been with you. Not occasionally, not only in the beautiful moments, in the confusion, in the grief, in the seasons that made no sense while you were inside them. You have been guided. Even when it felt like you were lost, you have been blessed, even in the chapters that did not feel like blessings yet. This session is not about gratitude as a performance. It is about remembering, really remembering, that you are held, that you are not navigating this life alone, and that the same force that has brought you this far is already working on what comes next. Close your eyes for just a moment. Think of one time you were carried through something you could not have carried yourself. Hold that. Now open your eyes and speak as someone who has never, not once, been truly abandoned by life. Speak each line as a remembering, not a reaching. You are not trying to convince yourself of something foreign. You are returning to something you have always, somewhere, known. I am blessed, not because my life is without difficulty, but because I have never faced a difficulty that did not eventually reveal a gift. I release the fear that I am navigating this life without support, that I am alone in the decisions, the uncertainty, and the long stretches that make no sense yet. Guided does not mean my path is straight. It means every bend in the road was known before I reached it, and I was prepared for all of them. I choose to look for the evidence of blessing in my life, not to ignore what is hard, but to stop letting what is hard become the only thing I see. I am held by something greater than my own understanding. I do not have to figure everything out. I only have to keep moving. I release the grief of the things that did not work out the way I planned, and I open my hands to what those endings were quietly making room for. Not luck, not accident, not random chaos dressed up as a life. I am divinely guided, and the proof is in every closed door that led me here. I choose to trust the timing of my life, even in the seasons that feel slow, stalled, or inexplicably delayed. I am the recipient of blessings I have not yet recognized, things already in motion, already arranged, already on their way to the address of my life. I release the habit of narrating my life as a series of near misses and setbacks, and I begin narrating it as the guided story it actually is. Something in me knows the way, and on the days my mind is too loud to hear it, it keeps working in the silence anyway. I choose to be someone who notices blessings while they are present, not only when they are gone, and I can finally see what they were. I am spiritually supported in ways I can feel but cannot always explain, and I have stopped needing to explain them to trust them. I release the version of faith that was contingent on things going my way, and I return to the kind that holds steady regardless of what the circumstances look like. Every person who has ever appeared in my life at exactly the right moment was placed there. None of it was accidental. I choose to receive guidance through intuition, through synchronicity, through the quiet knowing that speaks underneath the noise. I am blessed in my body, in my mind, in my relationships, and in the path laid out for me, even the parts I am still walking through in the dark. I release the interpretation that hard seasons mean I have been forgotten. Difficulty is not abandonment. Sometimes it is the very mechanism of the blessing. When I look back on my life, I see a thread running through it, a consistency of care that I did not always acknowledge in the moment. I choose surrender, not defeat, but the intelligent release of the need to control outcomes that were never fully mine to control. I am guided toward my purpose with a precision I am only beginning to understand. Every step has been part of the route. I release the fear that I will miss my blessing, that it will pass me by, find someone more ready, or expire before I am prepared to receive it. Not abandoned in the hard seasons, not overlooked in the quiet ones, held consistently and completely through every version of this life. I choose gratitude as a practice, the daily, deliberate act of naming what is good before I audit what is missing. I am someone whose life carries the unmistakable mark of grace, and I am finally paying close enough attention to see it. I release the weight of trying to force outcomes that are not mine to force and trust that what is meant for me is already in motion. Blessed is not a status. It is a recognition, the moment you stop taking inventory of what is lacking and begin to really see what is already here. I choose to live as though I am being guided, because I am, and to let that knowing soften the anxiety out of my forward movement. I release every season of doubt that taught me guidance was conditional on my performance, my goodness, or my deserving. I am blessed. I am guided. I am held. And from this moment, I live as someone who actually believes that. You are not speaking into empty air. You are speaking to the same force that has carried you this far, the one that already knows what you are about to say. Offer these manifestations with open hands and an open heart. They are already heard. I manifest a life so clearly guided that I begin to trust the unfolding rather than fighting the pace of it. I manifest the specific blessing that has been forming in the background of my hardest season, arriving now in a form I will recognize immediately. I manifest a spiritual connection so steady and so real that I am never again moved all the way to doubt by a single difficult chapter. I manifest deep healing in the places where hard experiences taught me that support was unreliable and I was ultimately on my own. I manifest a relationship with divine guidance so intimate and so practiced that I hear it clearly, in intuition, in stillness, in the unmistakable feeling of the right direction. I manifest complete freedom from the fear that I have been forgotten, overlooked, or placed at the back of the line for a blessing I have been patiently waiting for. I manifest that every prayer, every intention, and every quiet plea I have ever sent out returns to me answered, in the fullness of its time, in the perfection of its form. I manifest a gratitude so genuine and so consistent that it becomes the lens through which I see everything. Not rose-colored, but honest and full. I manifest blessings that arrive through people I have not yet met, in places I have not yet been, in forms I did not know to ask for. I manifest complete release from the spiritual exhaustion of trying to be good enough to deserve the guidance I have always already been given. I manifest a faith that does not require perfect circumstances to hold its shape, that bends in the storm and straightens again when the storm passes. I manifest that the season I am in right now reveals its purpose soon, that the meaning I have been searching for becomes clear and unmistakable. I manifest healing relationships with people who reflect the blessing of being known, valued, and genuinely seen. I manifest that every closed door I have grieved over is replaced by an open one so clearly right that I stop mourning what came before. I manifest a body and mind so well rested, so peaceful, and so aligned that receiving guidance becomes effortless, a natural state rather than a strained reaching. I manifest that the thread of grace I can trace through my past continues, visibly and undeniably, into my future. I manifest the courage to follow guidance even when I cannot yet see the full picture, to take the next step in the direction of the pull. I manifest a life of such evident blessing that the people around me cannot help but be inspired to look for the evidence of blessing in their own. I manifest complete protection over my peace, my purpose, my relationships, and my path as I continue building the life I was guided here to live. I manifest a season so full of answered prayers that I lose the habit of bracing for disappointment and replace it with genuine, grounded expectation. I manifest freedom from the version of spiritual life that was built on fear, on performing goodness to earn protection, and I step into the one built on trust. I manifest that what I cannot yet see is already arranged, that the provision, the connection, the The breakthrough I need is already in place and moving toward me. I manifest a profound and personal experience of being guided, something so specific and so undeniable that doubt loses its grip permanently. I manifest the ability to rest in not knowing, to sit inside uncertainty without panic, trusting that I am held even in the gaps. I manifest blessings that are so perfectly timed, so precisely tailored to exactly what I needed, that all I can do is receive them with awe. I manifest complete peace about my past. Every mistake, every detour, every season I thought had disqualified me, reframed as part of a plan I am only now beginning to understand. I manifest a life that carries the fingerprint of divine care, in the details, in the timing, in the people, in the way things keep working out in ways I could not have engineered myself. I manifest that the blessings already moving toward me arrive before I have finished expecting them. If this session reminded you of something you had started to forget, that you are not alone, that you are held, that the force that has carried you this far has not stopped, subscribe. Come back every day. This reminder is worth repeating. Like this video, it is a small act that carries this message to someone who may be in the middle of a season that feels very unblessed right now. You could be the reason they find it. In the comments, name one blessing you almost missed, something that looked like a loss at the time but turned out to be guidance in disguise. Type it below. Let your story be the evidence that someone else needs to keep trusting theirs. Share this with someone who is in a hard season right now and needs to be reminded that difficult does not mean abandoned. Sometimes the most spiritually generous thing you can do is pass along a reminder that the universe is still working on their behalf. You have been guided through every hard thing you have ever faced, every single one, not around them, through them, and you are still here, still building, still believing, still showing up for a life that the same force which carried you through all of it is still, right now, actively blessing. You did not get here alone, and you will not get to what is next alone either. Go live with that knowledge underneath everything you do today. You are blessed. You are guided. Act like it.